Three, two, one, and Earth below us. How was what's the next words? I don't even know. Either way, it is that
Drifting,
magical hour. Huh?
drifting, falling, floating, weightless.
There you go. It's a good song. That's how I feel in the morning when I wake up. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's like another
Good.
Major Tom thing. I don't know the extent of it.
Yeah, that's a good song. That's the best one, I think. Major Tom by uh who did that?
No idea.
Well, I know Bowie did one, which was what's his? Do you remember his what his song
Bowie
was?
did Space Oddity, I think.
Space Oddity, and then the Major
Ground
Tom.
Control to Major Tom. That was called Space Oddity.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then but the other one, I like the other one better actually. Anyways, doesn't matter, folks.
Got my notes ready for the day.
I have my notes, and they're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna
I
start
don't.
having notes with me. Note cards are my prop for the show.
There you go. I can only write down things. My fingers are apparently.
Color coded.
Hey, I'm not. You know why I can't do that? Because I'm colorblind, baby.
But that's my thing. See, I have that thing, and you have the glass.
Oh, you're referring to the. Oh, you're talking the show, the Friday night show. There you go.
Yeah, Friday Night Live. I'm stealing that from David Letterman. He uses the note cards like a instrument.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Johnny Carson was the note card too. You know the. Like he's using his brain, like you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, he'd take a note card and go,
Oh yeah, the envelope.
The envelope and note cards, yeah.
Yeah. Johnny Carson did a lot of this stuff and move around. His head movement.
Well, head movement could be mine too. There you go.
Yeah, he's slow. He's like Carson did this move. Yeah, his face movements were his key.
Yeah, he did.
Voice inflection.
Yeah, you'd think you'd have gotten better.
Well, you get better every time you do
I'm
it.
kidding. Johnny Carson.
I want to work on pauses and setups and reactions when you do a joke. You set up a joke, I say it or whatever, and we
have to have some type of
do a little rehearsal maybe today. I don't know what your day's like.
I'm not sure. I have to look in a minute here. But comedic, we have the buttons of the comedy, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Well,
something
if you practice every day, you get better. If you don't, you just stay the same. So I want to get better.
No, I get you. I'm not opposed to practicing.
I want him to say there was a band or something, but those hosts were funny as hell. See,
right?
Actually, I'm just joking. It's about the music.
How it is, however, we can get to them, you know.
So how are we going to get some live music and entertainment in the studio for Friday, May 7th? Friday, May 7th. How are we going to do it? What's our plan?
Well, I don't know.
Let's let the world know. What are we planning? How are we going to get?
My plan is then we will practice today after this. Today. Let me.
We need some local folks, though. Local people.
Local folks.
We can go door to door.
Sing us a song, everybody, please. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, there's piano players, keyboardists. There's all kinds of people. Down the road, I have a blind keyboardist named Jonathan. A few months, maybe in the fall.
But could you imagine, people knock on the door and say, "Can you, to the pola?" You just go up and knock on the door and say, "Can we please have a song?"
Remember old Jonathan Taylor? He plays music. He's blind and partially deaf, but he still plays keyboard and sings and tells jokes. So I'm thinking when this show's really popping and get him on maybe in the fall.
Oh yeah, actually not opposed to that.
No, he's great.
That's funny. Great. You have to have. I would personally. I'd make him the first go at it. I'd make him the second act, so he's
he'll have to headline. He's a story in himself. I can make that entertaining as hell. See, he plays the keyboard. He has a microphone, great sound system. He's funny, he has jokes, stories, does parody songs. The parody songs are what I love. I think we should do some parody songs. They're hilarious.
Well, then let's get them on.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm thinking fall though. I want to get it tuned in.
Because once you bring that in there, you'll probably be environmental, they made environment change, you know.
Well, we want right now guitarists, singers. If somebody wants to do some sort of dance or comedy
Well,
act, I'd
yeah,
like to see a comedy team, a husband wife team come in or something. There's got to be people in town.
yeah, well,
I mean, our
uh,
ex sheriff is a guitar player and he
yeah.
sings. So
He'd sing for us,
everybody
yeah.
does.
We've got people, I'm reaching out to them, I am reaching out, you know, and we'll talk
Well,
about that later today, but,
we need to find a way to do a little bit of a repeat, couple songs from Pete where we can hear him better and his microphone and all that. We got to do
repeat,
him justice, Pete. A repeat, we'll call it.
right, there we go. I'm
Peter
uncertain,
Madden,
yeah, I don't quite know.
PJ Madden. That's what they're calling him now, PJ Madden.
I know, I think PJ's great, or even either Peter James, I like the Peter James, that's cool.
Yeah, he didn't get a good shake last time because of the sound. It was okay, but and then he had to restart, which ruined his psyche, destroyed him for the night.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
No restarts
Well,
ever
yeah.
again.
Well,
Pretty close to on
hopefully.
time. We were pretty close to on time last Friday, so that's
I think so.
like
I think
7:03 or something. All right, what's
Yeah.
on the agenda for today?
Well, today on the agenda for today, personally, I do believe that I may have a lunch meeting today. After that, I probably be good to go on anything. But I'm not sure at the lunch meeting, I might have that not going. I'm not quite certain yet. But I'm up for whatever after that for sure, if not during. So, but as far as this morning on the show, we've got Sally Jesse Raphael. No, just Raphael. No, I don't. We've got a turtle somehow in here. He's walking
You got a
by.
turtle in the house?
A turtle in the house. I have a bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, I
Turtle,
got some
turtle.
videos to show.
Well, no, yeah, I got my questions. If you're interested in the question,
I thought you said you had to go to the bathroom.
I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
I did the turtle joke. Turtle, turtle. No. Anyway, bad, disgusting, bad. My apologies. Anyways, let's see here. Oh my goodness gracious! I have under all these Dusty Law books. I have. Oh, I was on my Facebook yesterday. I often I'll buy like a $10 ticket for Powerball or Mega Million, and that is basically it talks about and I'll pose a question like if it's $300 million, then I would be like give $10 million each person, and if I win, and it says 30 people, we give them divide it 30 ways, and the question I posed yesterday was, you know, what is the song that at one time in your life has given you teary, watery eyes, basically, made you kind of cry or whatever, and so I'll give that to you, Brian. As far as that goes, if you want a song that ever made you cry, what song would that be? Just not all the time, just at some time.
No, sometimes depending on what I'm thinking at the time. Let me think here. So did you have any that you
Oh, there's a ton on here.
found?
Mine was I had a few of them, but one of them.
I got one.
One was Mr. Joe
I got
Mann.
one. There
Go
you
ahead.
go. I can't play it because it'll give us a copyright strike. But that song, Stevie Nicks, Don Henley, he just comes in with this. Wow, it's emotional singing by him. When he comes in, he takes over, and how much he loves her. It's just crazy.
Yeah, no, most
She's
definitely.
amazing, but his part blows my mind on that song.
Yeah. Actually, I think that Stevie Nicks reminds me of somebody we know, but anyway,
Larry Wood?
Larry Wood, yes.
No, they're very similar. They both wear a lot of robes, Larry and Stevie.
I saw Larry actually 2 days ago.
He's a
I was gonna
bangle
say-
guy. When I see him away from the public, he's always wearing bangles and has some sort of incense with him. He's a lot more ethereal than people realize. Larry Wood, there's a side of him people don't know. So we're gonna cover
I
that
think
on
it's
our
side that you don't know.
yeah. Larry and Stevie Nicks very similar.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. No, my song was Cash and Cash. The cats in the cradle.
Oh yeah.
And that brings me down to that whole little fatherhood, just my dad wasn't around, unfortunately, and he tried to
Yeah.
make money for everybody, and he tried, and that was more important than actually apparently being a father. So, and I
Well,
know there's
that would be very emotional, even more emotional than my song.
yeah, well, it is, I mean, we're all trying, they don't call you trying Brian for nothing.
Yeah.
If you're not trying for yourself, you're trying everybody else's nerves. I'm kidding. Okay, I love you, brother. But trying Brian, that's good. No, no, I think Cats in the Cradle, and then also from my father's, as a father, Cats in the Cradle, and because you always wonder how could I have done something better for my kids,
Yeah.
and that's one of those songs that will make a grown man go, well, makes you think, But another one was I was at hospice. I don't mean to go sad, but I was at hospice visiting my aunt passing away. I was holding her hand and so forth, and as she was passing, the song "Mr. Bojangles" came up, and on the radio there was a live artist out in the well, not in the auditorium. It was it's out in the I don't know, in the foyer, or whatever it is, the voyeur, not the voyeur. Anyways, he's out in the lobby somewhere out there. He just came in from out the streets, and he was playing on his guitar. He'd play for everybody. He was playing Mr. Bojangles when my aunt passed. So I was like, Mr. Bojangle. Actually, that's my grandpa. So there you go. That's how important it was for me. My grandpa passed away, but I was with him when he passed away, and that song was on. So that's pretty
Wow.
potent. It's like, wow. Not often do you have to or get to be with somebody when they pass on, but I've had a couple.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Most interesting. It'll make you think about 10 years later.
What particular like lyrics that hit you, or just the sound, or the whole concept?
Well, Mr. Bojangles was kind of a funny man, and he sang and he danced for you, right?
Yeah.
And with his worn out shoes and stuff, right? Well, my grandfather played a clown as well as in life. He was
Oh,
a funny
wow.
guy, very caring guy, and he was just like he'd make sure that his nickname was Rotten Ralph. From all his friends, we called him Rotten Ralph because I don't know why he got that, but for
Yeah.
pulling tricks, for being Mr. Trickster and being a funny guy. But everybody loved him absolutely, and it was so Mr. Bojangles kind of reminded me of that, and the guy was playing that at the same time. Like it was brutal. It was a hammer on the old heartstrings there, big
Oh
time.
yeah. Well, Bojangles himself was like a sad clown kind of
Yeah.
character.
He did, just I didn't know the words, but it's all right now. But yeah, so that
Well,
was
that's a
a big
great
one.
song.
Yeah. Now, what songs do you have that you thought were got you as a kid, or
Well,
got you as memory in
not
life?
as a kid.
Oh, besides Stacy, I mean,
That song, the lyrics of that, when Don Henley comes in, you in the moonlight with your sleepy eyes, could you ever love a man like me? See, I get emotional even reading it. And I was going to tell you, there's a great exercise for actors and performers. If you want to be able to cry on cue, you just have to be able to recall a song or even just listen to it before you're seen. There are a lot of
yeah,
actors that do that. A lot of them will read a passage from some book that makes them weepy, and it'll get them thinking about a situation from the past. Because
oh, totally,
people
yeah,
joke about it, but if you can cry on cue, you can get roles.
yeah, no, for
Plus,
sure,
you can move people. Like if you go to a play and the person's crying in the play and it seems real, it brings you into it.
yeah. The ET with
Oh yeah.
Audition for ET. Oh, good God, that's just like wow. Elliot's audition for ET. If anybody
Yeah.
hears me say that right there, go on Google, go on YouTube, go
Oh
to
yeah. It's
Elliot's
amazing.
audition from ET, and oh my goodness, that kid is amazing. Yeah, cry on key, and yeah, I believe him 100%.
Yeah. Now that
Yeah.
Cat's in the Cradle, that's got great lyrics. That's a powerful. I saw a guy sing that one time, and he was getting misty eyed because he had neglected his kids. It was just,
Yeah, that's how
yeah,
you
it
feel
was
like, you know. But I'll tell you, um,
crushing.
some of the other songs that people have posted on my post. I probably have 30 of them on there. But uh, "You Are My Sunshine" from Johnny Cash. So that's that's all I
Yeah,
always remember somebody singing. I mean, I used to sing to my kids every night, so I could understand that
yeah.
that would be a kind of a big thing for them.
Well, my
You are
kid,
my son, huh?
my kids would sing the opposite of Cats in the Cradles. Like, Dad, give us some space, man. You
I,
don't have to coach everything. You don't have to be at everything we do.
well, when my kids are
I
good.
don't have to be there when they get the report cards. They can bring them home. So I was a little bit of a helicopter dad. Give me
Yeah.
some space, Dad. That'd be a good song.
Well, yeah, there you go. No, well, mine
I'd
was.
rather have that
I
song. I'd feel terrible if I had to sing "Cats in the Cradle" and have it mean something to me. That'd be
mean,
terrible. I that
yeah.
my goal is not to have that song not mean
Yep.
anything.
Yep. No, mine too. That's what mine
Yeah,
was. And even though, yeah, that's what my whole goal was, is to have my
yeah,
kids not sit there and think about that one like I did.
yeah.
Every time that song in my life came on,
Yeah,
that.
my dad was never around, but he worked hard, and so I was fine with it. I was a little upset for a while, but that song just made me want to be a good dad, so I would never have to sing that song. That was and have it be about me. That was my goal.
Yeah, well, it's a good goal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then anyway, so there's Journey, Open Arms. That's on here.
yeah.
That I can get to you. And then Vince Gill, go rest high on the mountain. I don't know what song that is, but I bet you it's important to this person. And then
I know a lot of people that have cried over Seasons in the Sun. It was a bubblegum hit, but it was sad.
yeah, well,
Goodbye, my friend. It's hard to die when all the stars are singing in the sky.
oh yeah.
Oh man.
So I will tell you the other ones here that
Whoa.
we've got. Daddy Don't Walk So Fast.
Yeah.
Now the saddest song I've got, uh, I Will Always Love You by Mr. BJ, your friend. Your friend is will be moving soon.
Who's that?
Huh?
I Will Always Love You is by Dolly Parton and Whitney, I thought.
Yes, but the person who posted it was a friend of yours, and the one that will be moving soon to
I
back to
don't
the
have
United
time for friends, never have.
States.
No,
And
it's
then
a
we
man
got,
who I suddenly might respect that I never respected. It's just wild.
there you go.
In one move.
And then Berlin, Take on Me. Oh no, take my breath away.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh, I saw a whole show
take
about
my
that.
breath away.
I saw a show about that song and how that lady sang it and changed the whole concept of the song. That
And then
breathy. Oh man,
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
great
very
song.
breathy. Yeah, Alice in Chains, don't follow. I'm assuming as a personal, for this person.
Gotta have something
Then
personal.
Jesus Take the Wheel, and then Diamond Rio, One More Day. But remember, these are all ask them to post a song that they themselves it made them cry. So it's a good, you know. And then also Eric Clapton, No More Tears in Heaven, obviously, or just Tears in Heaven it's called.
Yeah, it's almost an unfair song.
Right, right. And then Tim McGraw, My Little Girl. Oh no, it's called. What is that? Oh yeah.
In all seriousness, though, his son's death wasn't in vain because everybody I know, when we had kids, we'd go to a hotel, we'd check those latches. We were all over it because the kid fell out of a window at a hotel, Eric Clapton's son. So every time we take the kids, anybody I knew took kids to hotels, we're checking those, make sure there's no. So it was good in that way. It was a terribly sad song, and then he won all those awards and had to sing it on all those award shows.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Daddy, Please Don't Cry by Elvis. I never heard that one, I don't think. I probably have, but
Yeah, I've heard it.
and then Old Shep. Remember that Old Shep song when I was a kid?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
You're a kid? That's a good one too.
There was a song called Patches that was really good. Patches, I'm
Really?
dependent on you, son. He was dying and he was a
Oh.
workaholic and
Yeah.
he was a great provider, but his son had to take over to pull the family
Wow.
through.
Somebody says the Talking Heads. This must be the place. I don't know why, but that's a. And then there's a song which is done by it's called Czar, Zaar, right? That song is, I think it's from Peter Gabriel, and it's quite amazing. I've
What's it called?
Zaar.
Oh,
Czar. So I'm not quite certain, but Peter Gabriel, I think, got all kinds of awards for it. And I have 3 different people saying they're like, yeah, that's pretty, make them cry. So, and
well,
then also,
another one I can guarantee made a lot of people cry, and then just I did a few times, even in college, believe it or not. But it was called "Here Come Those Tears Again" by Jackson Brown, and it was about his woman had committed suicide.
oh man, that's tough.
Here come
Wow.
those tears again, just when I was getting over you. It's wild. Just when I was about to make it through another night without missing you.
Yeah.
Here come those tears again.
I had, and then somebody posted 1,000 Years by Christine Perry. I don't know sure what that is, but I'm sure it, be sure it's sad. And then Shania Twain's "You're Still the One." People, it's all about loss and grief and whatnot. But
oh yeah, now that other song, "You're Still the One," that's a fun song.
"Slipping Through My Fingers" by Mamma Mia, off the Mamma Mia soundtrack, I think, or something. But we have One Republic, "I Lived," and then "Mercy Me," "I Can Only Imagine," and "Amazing Grace." It says anytime in a funeral they hear it, they start crying.
Yeah, "Amazing Grace" is powerful.
And then somebody says their number one is Jeff Buckley's "Hallelujah."
Oh yeah, that's pretty powerful.
That's pretty
That's
powerful. And then,
emotional though. I don't get sad. I get just almost overpowering. Makes you feel strong, actually.
yeah, and "Lean on Me" too. "Lean on Me"
Oh, I love that.
makes this person cry, but because of it's her time in their life, probably.
"Stand by Me" is a strong song too.
Yeah. "Love on the Rocks" by Neil Diamond. And then Coldplay is "Fix You." That's a good song. I will fix you.
Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond, "You Don't Bring Me Flowers Anymore."
Yeah,
I can make a group of 20 hardened men cry with that song.
Well, I'll tell you, when we say that, and it's like
They've all lost to love. Every one of them's had.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I lose loves about every day, so it's okay.
And every one of them has had a relationship sour where it went from just candy and flowers and love and now to "You don't bring me flowers. You hardly look at me when I walk through the door."
Yeah. Well, Cheryl Van I can't say the name. I said the wrong name. It's this
Kathy
person.
Killinan. Kathy Killinan.
No, she's killing it. No,
I have no idea who she is, but you have a good time with her name.
I do. Anyways, but this person says, "Grandpa, tell me about the good old days." Yeah, that's a sad song. But you know what song that is by the Judds? "Grandpa, tell me about the good old days." I mean, it's a very sad song about a little girl talking to her grandpa about
Oh
and
yeah.
then "Against All Odds." That's a pretty good heartwarmer.
Oh, that's powerful.
Yep,
That's great if you'd like to drink. I used to like to drink,
Right.
and get overly emotional to that song and yell it, and everybody's singing so loud.
I think that movie's the best one of, is it Dennis Quaid? No,
Jeff Bridges
Jeff Bridges.
and
Yeah,
Rachel Ward.
yeah. He's got a good look in that movie, man. He was just a sharp looking dude. And
Yeah, he was a washed up NFL football player.
96 Tears is another one.
Yeah, doesn't work for me.
"Say You Won't Let Go" by James Arthur. I don't know that. I have heard that actually. That's a newer one.
Where My Baby Bee by Eddie Vedder's version. Where are we?
Oh yeah,
My Baby Bee. It's called what? The Crash or something?
it's The Last Kiss.
The Last Kiss.
Yeah, then somebody has Go Rest High on the Mountain by Vince Gill. The Space Between, which is I chose that one. The
I
Space
like
Between
him.
as well, and Changes by Ozzy Osbourne, and well, actually it's from his band at the time, which
Yeah.
was
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Yeah, I can't believe that he sings that song. It makes me it hurt me a lot because I had a not first time, but after a friend of mine had died in college, stupidly, well, whatever, isn't everything stupidly, anyways.
Yeah.
But I was driving and that hit me, and I was like, whoa, I'm going through changes. Very, very emotional song for a rock and roll band.
Oh yeah. And
And
then there's Whitney Houston asked the eternal question. Where do broken hearts go? Listen to that song.
yeah,
I've seen people cry at parties to that.
the song "Toy Soldiers" by Martika. That's
No
actually that's a good
idea.
one. Yeah, you
Never
all
heard it.
write down Toy Soldiers. Now, I've
Toy
got a few
Soldier.
more. There's one here called uh, "When David Heard," and that is by Matt Whitaker, right? Whitacre,
Yeah.
It's an amazing song. I heard it this morning for the first time. It's actually like a classical. This person asked the composer, their friend, when their son died, to make a song, and he made like this 17-minute, just it's like a classical masterpiece. It's just amazing. Very cool. And then Letter to Heaven by Dolly Parton, of course, Go Rest High on the Mountain, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart, No Hard Feelings. There's a lot of these. But
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
out of all these ones, I can tell you the one that is no Christmas Shoes. That's a tough song to make you cry. But out of all these songs, the one that is the hardest to make you cry the most. I mean, it's like, oh my goodness, this is a tearjerker. And if you haven't heard it before, you need to. It was from the 70s. So the song was posted by my sister Teresa, and it was Teddy Bear, 1976.
Really?
Yeah,
Teddy Bear?
it's called Teddy Bear,
It's Elvis.
1976. It's a truck driver song.
Oh, it's not the Elvis song, Teddy Bear?
Mm-mm.
Never
No,
heard.
and you got to hear it. I mean, 30 seconds into that thing, you're Teddy Bear. It's your Teddy Bear. Anyways, yeah. So look it up. I mean, of all those songs we talked about, look up Teddy Bear, because that will give you a heartstring pull on it. Ding, 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 ding. Because it's just like, it's sad. Yeah. It doesn't get much sadder than that, man. That's like the sad song, but not my personal song. It's just a sad song. Yeah.
Country fans like George Jones. He stopped loving her today. That's a pretty powerful one.
Yeah. Red Savine is that guy's name.
Red Sovine?
Yeah. Red Sovine.
Oh, I know him.
He did Teddy Bear in 1976.
Oh, wow.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I know Red Sovine. He used to be
Yeah,
on commercials.
Yeah. Well, I imagine this guy's
Greatest hits of Red Sovine. $9.99.
Yeah. So Red Sovine has
Red
that Teddy Bear
Sovine.
song. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's a story of a little boy. I don't even tell you. They listen to the words in my. But yeah, it's a little boy who lost his dad, and how their stories. And so yesterday we were talking about Brian, what the worst places you've stayed at, and then we got sidetracked off of that one.
I
But
don't even remember talking about that. The worst place I've ever stayed at?
yeah, it was a.
Pierce County Jail.
Well, okay, I was thinking hotel wise, or while you're traveling. Okay, so
a scary
talk about.
place. Scary place in Belgium. It was. There may have been black magic involved. There may have been dosing of drinks. I wouldn't drink my beer. So.
Right. Well, here,
Scary. Belgium.
Belgium. Well, talk about some of the interesting people you have met while traveling.
I met that lady running that little cheap hotel in Belgium, and she looked like she was from Jamaica. She had a lot of incense going. It was pretty wild. The rooms were cheap. Thought I saw her put powder in my drink, so I didn't drink. And then we went up there, and she went up ahead, and she made a lot of noise in the room, and we went in there like she was rearranging, and so we were 5 seconds behind her. We get in there, she leaves. What it was, you turn off the light, turn it back on. The cockroaches just whoa. She did a pre-cockroach move, and she also may have dosed the drink with some weird powder. She was into some magic and some possible voodoo. And
Wow. I've never been in a place with lots of cockroaches, and I just don't think I can handle
I,
it.
I thought she might kill us.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought there might be some weird stuff. I'd never seen Hostel. It hadn't happened yet, but that's what I
Yeah,
was.
right. Hostel's
So
brutal.
I basically didn't sleep that night.
Yeah.
I just
Well, I've done.
sat up and waited.
I have put my family in bad places before,
Yeah.
and didn't
Oh, yeah.
unintentionally.
I thought lives were in danger, possibly drugging
Yeah.
and maybe kidnapping or something. It was just too weird, but I just stayed awake all night.
Yeah, that's what I did. I stayed awake all night long. I watched the drug deals transactions
Put
out in
something on the
streets.
door too. I do that a lot.
Yep.
Put something on the door if it opens, or something.
We had all of our we stacked all of our luggage in front of the door before. It was so bad.
I usually
So
just
bad.
put something by the door. If they open it, it moves, and I'm ready for them.
Yeah.
I have put dressers in front of drawers or doors. I've done it. You haven't lived unless you've had to bar the door at a cheap motel.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wow. It's like, well, yeah. Well, what do you, by the way, so as far as hotels go, Brian, what do you think of staycations? Vacationing and seeing tourist attractions where you live. Have you done that?
That's my life.
Good. No, that's cool.
Pretty much how I do it. I'm a staycation guy. I can have more fun here than almost anywhere else, but I'm not opposed totally to travel, but it's got to be good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Idaho, nothing against Idaho, but unless Mary graduates from Idaho, then I'll go.
There you go. And not only that, with I think,
or if she gets an award.
Sure. Or Silverwood is a good attraction,
Yeah.
But you have to enjoy that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Universal Studios is the go-to for me.
Yeah, well, I'll go.
It's got rides. It's exciting. It's got shows. See, that's why I like the shows, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's a good.
Waterworld was so cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good not Wildwood, but Silverwood is a good 2-day trip. But
yeah, I knew somebody that went there.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But
where do
you get your recommendations for what to do when you travel?
Be nice to everybody, because you'll get good service. You'll get invited to things. Like you could go to eat dinner somewhere, end up at a party because you're nice to everybody and ask them a lot of questions. Yeah. And learn a little of the language. But if you're bad at it, be funny about it, because I made fun of myself for being bad at the language, and that endeared people. So that really helped.
Yeah. So Brian,
I was there. I was on their turf, and I respected the fact it was their home.
Yeah. No, I get that 100%. I do. And make friends with everybody you can, because you probably won't end up in a ditch somewhere, and they might buy your dinner for you. You never know.
Yeah, I ended up with one night after in a pub in Tipperary, Ireland. Ended up with a priest, a writer, and the writer's bodyguard, because the writer was in trouble for something. So I got to party with them.
Were you in the bar with them all?
I met them all in a bar. The priest was cool, the writer, but I really got into the writer, and we were having him doing commercials for Visa and stuff with cards we had, and trying to act like an American. It was hilarious. And then so we went to a bed and breakfast after that and partied some more. The priest abandoned us. We didn't know where we were going to stay. The priest abandoned us and left, and the writer said, "Hey, I got this handled."
Oh, well, that's good.
Writers know how to find places.
Yeah.
Awesome. They were so authentic and just powerful Irish people.
Well, that's cool. That's really great. I like that. And
Well, and it was just like America, where the priests have lower morals than the regular folks. So that's good. It
well,
was
we don't.
so American, that part.
Yeah. Speaking
I
of
gotta
America,
go. He's like, I gotta go. And yeah, thank
well,
you, Father.
thank you, Father. Yeah. Well,
But he could drink. That man could pour down the booze.
I'm certain that's kind of what I don't know. I'm gonna go there, but
Yeah,
you know.
outdrank them all. I swear to
Yeah.
God, I outdrank every Irishman I met.
And well, out of any, whether it be American or Ireland or wherever, but what do you think the best invention was in the last 50 years?
I'm thinking the cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's going to change over time, but it's potentially the best. You've been able to find people that were missing. People could get a hold of their kids and know they weren't in trouble and things like that. So there's bad to it, but it's been a really good for contact.
Well, do you think it's the internet or the cell phone or the
Most
cell phone? Probably for connection. Yeah.
the cell phone aspect of it, whatever having this right here, that's
Handheld
cool.
devices.
Well, and
Yeah.
you can look things up. It's just you
Yeah.
got to use it properly.
Yeah. I agree. I'm not sure what the like. I'm gonna agree with you on that because I
Yeah, I
can't think
can't
of
think of
anything
anything
else.
else.
Most that's changed in the last 50 years. Had to be cell phones slash. I don't know. Um, well, what do you think the worst invention has been in the last 50 years?
I don't know if it's the worst, but I haven't had a good time with electric chainsaws.
Well,
I've had a tough time with them. Now, if they were strong battery powered, yes, but the plug-in chainsaw's been a bit of a problem for me. I want a good chainsaw that's lightweight. I'd rather have it electrical with no cord. I want to be able to cut some things down.
yeah, I've had the electrical ones plugged in the wall. They were
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
good for
little bit of
me.
a hassle having a cord out there.
Yeah, because usually I chop that cord.
Yeah.
If there's no, that's the truth right there. If there's
Shake
a cord,
weights are pretty crazy too. Shake weights, that's a weird
that's the most
invention.
annoying thing.
I think they're good for you, but it was so funny just to watch that I don't think anybody took it seriously.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
bought one though. Did you ever buy a shake weight?
I was born with one.
I no. Almost everybody I know purchased a shake weight.
Yeah, I didn't. I did not. But like I said, I didn't need to go buy one.
Yeah.
So.
The pocket
Had to.
fisherman, remember that? The pocket fisherman.
Oh,
I think that's actually
I
pretty
love the
good.
Pocket Fisherman. Pocket Fisherman was my friend, man. As a kid, I loved that thing. That was just the coolest thing in the world to me. I was like size of my size of my coffee cup or my phone. Same size of my phone, basically. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, which emerging technology are you most excited about?
Hmm. Can't think of anything right now that stands out. Emerging technology.
I think manned drones are pretty cool. So that's the
Oh,
George
some of the
Jetson.
transplants, medical transplants are coming up with.
Oh,
They may
yeah,
be like you were talking about pancreas transplants. They're
yeah,
coming up with
crazy.
lung.
You know what is one of the craziest things I think I can think of in my mind, and I don't know why, um, but C or 3D printing
Yeah,
is
it's
to
cool
me.
too.
That's no, it's, yeah, it's crazy to me. It makes me
They can print like kidneys and stuff.
yeah, anything you want. It's like all of a sudden, I'm like, where the hell is that coming from? I don't
Yeah,
quite get
like
it.
you could print this cup instead of having the guy next door who I haven't talked to yet. I've been trying. Instead of having him print it up, they print the whole cup up. We do. That'd be
Yeah,
wild. Ceramic or whatever. 3D printing is big.
yeah, it is. Is there a sci-fi movie or book that you would like to see our future be like?
No.
It's never positive, is it?
I haven't seen, I can't think of any. There might be some, but I can't think of any.
I mean, yeah, because there's no positive futuristic movies.
Yeah.
They're always negative, 100%. Like somebody told us what's going to happen, and it's not good. I think as like I like a lot of futuristic movies, but they're not positive. You know,
Yeah.
it's like even The Fifth Element, which is pretty neat and fun. Who wants to live like that? You know, with first 500 stories and they're flying their cars,
Yeah.
all busy like, and
Makes you appreciate the current life, the present.
yeah. Well, it's like you figure if the property we're in right now, it's kind of like if we're gonna build the world on top of it, this is all gonna be worth a fortune. Absolutely, you know,
Yeah.
everything we have here
I
right
think
now.
it's uncomfortable, but I think we have to think about, instead of building more stuff, reducing the population slowly without, you know, doing evil, but somehow get people to use birth control around the world so we can bring the population down or steady it out at 8
You have to be
billion.
careful. I have that magic button right now. You
We
just have to.
cannot go to 12 billion. I mean, we can, but it's not going to be pleasant. 12 billion, you start getting the ugly stuff. Even
Well,
9 billion. We should stop at 8 billion right now and try to figure things out. You could do that with birth control and not hurting anybody.
I think that's hurting people in general.
What hurts them worse? Destroying
Herd, hurting.
no, it's it's just getting people to use some discretion and maybe some self-control. There
Well,
are places where they just keep having children after children after children.
Yeah, well, we used to do that ourselves, and we
figured it out.
Yeah, so we'll get there.
It's not pleasant. Well, I don't know if we're going to get there, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody committed to bringing the population to a plateau and go down or stop. Nobody's. Or when Bill Gates does, they attack him like he's trying to destroy the world. So, yeah, the public's freaked out about it. The public's too scared right now.
I don't think he's trying to.
Yeah, he did say we can't keep the population growing like this. We have to.
Sure, but I don't think he himself is trying to do population control. Obviously.
Yeah, well, he said he's not doing it.
We can say it, but
advocating strong for it. He wants it. It's important too. It's like we're not trying to have genocide. It's just quit having so many kids.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, if I was Bill Gates, I'd have 50 kids. Guaranteed.
I don't think he has. Does he have any?
I'm sure he's got 50 somewhere.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
Might be. He's married, but he might still be a virgin. We don't even know.
Okay, you got me there. But
yeah, I've never heard of him and women.
What do you think the next big technological advance will be?
Phones where it can really do an MRI and all that stuff, where you can do real diagnostic stuff with your own phone.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Do a little X-ray from your hand, from your phone.
Just enough to see, okay, we got a problem, get me into the doctor. Or you could even send it to the doctor.
Yeah. What technology from a science fiction movie would you most like to have?
I like the beaming up stuff from Star Trek.
I do too. I agree.
Like phasers on stun possibility too. I like the phasers and the beam.
I like the projection from one spot to another. And
Bill Gates has 3 children. I just looked it up.
Well,
that's a little too many, but we can accept it. 2's what we should strive for. But it's up to you. The person can have 11. We can have the lady that had 18.
There was no lady who had lived in the shoe, right? She had so many children. Her uterus fell out, right?
Old Dr. Henderson, the late Dr. Henderson, told me about a lady. She said she has 18. He's delivered 18 of her kids. He did.
Wow, he's been inside there more times than his boy, her husband. That's a funny joke, but yeah. I think that I did know a girl who woman who had 10 kids, and she was petite. She must have been 100 pounds. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's just, I think of 10 kids, and I think of sadly, I think of the old. And she was a very beautiful woman.
Yeah. She probably
Um,
believes it's okay to overpopulate, and probably she might even be one of those people that kind of wants the world to end, the end timers. There's a lot of
Maybe
people like that. They want the world to end. They're like looking forward to it.
can't figure out why because they've got
No, I never did. Well, they must not like it here, but I like it here. I don't want the world to end. I want more people to enjoy it.
yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, but yeah, but she was. It was funny because I was married at the time, and just girls flirting with me. I'm like, A, I'm married, and B, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I couldn't possibly. I don't know. That's just weird. Could you imagine? I mean, just because in my head I fascinate you go, okay, well, if I dated somebody with 10 kids, how hard would that be? Could you imagine just
Yeah.
instant gratification of 10 kids? You figure 10 kids, that's 30, 40, 30 grandkids, and that's
Were her
just
kids into
wow.
sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I coached one of them. I knew her too. She was a little interesting. I'll just say interesting.
That's funny you say that because yeah, but just because I told you she was pretty and she was tiny,
Well, I didn't find her pretty, but I do find the kids good athletes or good kids.
yeah, I can't remember their names.
He
But
wanted to be coached, though. Can't say names. But the kid I had, he was one of my favorite kids. He wanted to be coached. He wanted to have a
yeah,
father figure and all that.
yeah, I believe it. Yeah,
Yeah.
text me.
Strong. He wants
Wait,
strong leadership.
text me if you know her name.
Oh, I know.
I know, but text me
I can't remember her name. I remember
my
the kid.
family, the last name. I just remember now where she, yeah, 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 ended up being that she was the neighbor of my cousin, and
Like 40th Avenue area.
no, it's Kelso.
Oh, different person then.
Well, doesn't mean I'm saying at the time when I met her, it was
Yeah.
anyways.
The kids were raised off 40th Avenue. That's all
Oh,
we can
God.
say. We can't get specific. Can't say the religion. We know what it is.
Well, I lived on 40th at one time, so I mean, kind of when I was born, we lived on. Well, literally when I was born, we lived on Florida 40th Avenue, but we were moving to Olympia Way for like a year, and then when I was the age of 2 or 1.5, 2, we moved over to Dorothy Street. So there you go. But I was there for 40 years. But anyway, anyway. So yeah. But no, I was like, but text me her last name if you think you know what it is, because I want to see if that's the right one.
Well, I can
But
just tell you. Yeah, okay.
okay, go ahead. What's the last name?
No, I'm not gonna tell you the last name. It's the same last name that my nephew Rick. Don't say it, but his.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So is that
yeah.
it?
Hmm.
Different one?
I don't recall. I'm gonna have to look it up
Well,
now.
then
But
why'd you have me ask you?
well,
tell
I wanted to
Oh, you
spur
wanted to see if
memory.
it would spark a memory?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yeah. Because yeah,
I barely knew her because she was an absent mom, even though she was always around, but she was just so scatterbrained. But
yeah. That's what I think.
the kids were good students and good
That's how I felt with her.
teammates.
She was
They were great
very,
teammates.
very scatterbrained. I thought it
Yeah.
was a weird
I
thing to move.
enjoyed coaching him in sports because I could talk to him about things and he would ask a lot of questions. And he was a good learner and he worked at the game. Good kid. I think the
Yeah,
dad was in something wrong with the dad too. I don't know.
yeah.
The
Weird.
dysfunctional family that functioned quite well. It was really weird.
Well, that once the kids get started, I mean, like my family, we had 4 kids, or we had 6 kids, but 4 directly from my sisters, and it was like after a couple of years, the kids take on the role of the parent, and the whole thing works. It works. It's just like an engine that keeps on working.
Well, she farmed them off to coaches. What she did was every kid was in about 5 different things. So that was good because the kid had a
Good.
leader in scouts,
Yeah.
a leader in sports, a leader in
Yep.
academics. She just got them all delegated. She delegated, and that was a smart move. She couldn't do any rides or anything. She was unavailable, but it was, I have to give her credit. That's a good way to do it. Get her
It really
around a
is.
lot of leaders, get her around
Yep.
people that are teaching their kids how to get better.
Yep. That's the best
'Cause
way to do it.
they were
Why?
selling the kid. I'd see one of the kids selling something at a church. I'd drive by at a store and see another one promoting something that he was trying to win an award. So they were
Yep.
very
No,
active.
that's wonderful. Yeah. Instead
So
of
you
just being
could be a
home.
great family despite the parents. That really
Yeah.
can happen.
Exactly. Okay, Brian, you have a lot of clothes in the wardrobes.
That's why I wear
What
the
is your
same outfit every day.
what is your favorite shirt?
um, oh, it's a old one. I can barely wear it because it's a little thin now, but it's Bruce Springsteen. Greetings from Asbury Park T-shirt. It's just cool. Every time I wear it, some guy wants to chat about it. I have a good talk every time I wear it. I get in good conversations.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got shirts from way back when, different things that say my name, just like Lionel's running for this or doing that, or just some they got my name on. Those are pretty cool to me. But I think my favorite shirt that I'd like to wear, I've had it for probably 2001, so 2002, something like that. So it's got to be at least almost 20 years old and it looks brand new, really. And you
Wow.
can, yeah. And you know who makes it? It's Ralph Lauren.
Oh yeah, that he made good stuff.
And it's a corduroy bright red Christmas shirt. I mean, it's not
Wow.
Christmas shirt, but it's a bright red corduroy polo shirt and
It's a thick shirt.
long sleeve button up. And it's just something that you can't, it takes a beat and it keeps on whatever. But I only wear it during Christmas, mind you. But
Yeah.
it's good.
Well,
It's good.
I'd like to see that. Bring that out on one of the Friday Night
Yeah.
Lives.
Yeah, there we do. There we go. Yeah, I'll do that.
Hey, I
It's a
need to
good one.
take a 1 minute break. We're 10 minutes
Yeah.
from the end, so we
Do 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 do. Okay, folks. Well, while we're waiting, what is your favorite clothes? Feel free to mark down below your favorite shirt in the boxes down below there. So I can't speak. Apparently, my brain is went into hyperdrive and stopped. But we do need some fashion help in society nowadays. I think I'm one of them. I was wearing a coat and a dress shirt every day for quite a long time there, and now we've been to like day 100 or something here pretty soon. I'm like barely getting up and answering the computer. So, but we'll get there.
Desperado by the Eagles gets some people emotional.
Desperado, it sure does. Why don't you come to your senses?
Well, a lot of guys like to act like they're like hardened and
Been out
desperado,
riding fences
no
so
feelings.
long now. Yep,
I like
yep,
where
yep,
he
yep.
sings, "You're losing all your highs and lows. Isn't it funny how the feeling goes away? You lose your feeling after a while, lose all your highs and lows. That's a terrible way to live, but that's what prescription drugs do to most people. Seriously,
Right. No, I
take
know they
away the
do.
highs and the lows and make you non-human.
Yep, yep. That's exactly it. People don't realize that. They go to the doctor and say, "Hey, doctor, I want to get over this hard time. You want to get over it? Go through it.
Yeah.
Don't take pills. You take pills, you take off that low note, but you also take off the high notes. I know for a fact because I was on some pills when I had my hemorrhagic bleed, my stroke. They put me on. I'm getting personal now. They put me on some antibiotic drug because I was such a busy person. They gave me an not antibiotic, an antidepressant pill. Put me
It
on
could have been
antidepressant.
antibiotic. Who knows if
Yeah.
there's anything in those pills? They might
Right,
just
but this was an
antibiotic.
antidepressant, and just because they were worried about me having to work, I worked so much, and all of a sudden come down to a 0 miles an hour life, you know, and they didn't want me to get too depressed, so they gave me these pills. Well, in turn, they made it so I could not jump off that ladder. In other words, what I refer to is your body, in such as your chemistry, your sexually, you climb a ladder to a certain point of pleasure. And unfortunately, for a year and a half or so, I didn't realize that it was the damn pills they'd given me. I could climb the ladder, but I couldn't get off. I couldn't literally get off the ladder. It was like, oh, you know. So it took away the low times, but took away the high times as well.
Yeah.
So you have the inability to actually get gratification, and that's just no good. So you have to, if you want to be happy, you got to take the sadness too, you know?
Well, and, seems like with our conversations, for you, all roads lead to sex. I'm like, okay, tomorrow the Allen wrench and how it can be used in sexual metaphors.
Screw you. No, that's fine.
That's okay. Now, plywood is not sexy. I don't see any way we could go from plywood to sex, but we'll try
No,
that.
that's the true story.
Tomorrow
It's-
we'll give it a shot. No, that's actually powerful because that will ruin your happiness. But yeah,
Yeah.
taking somebody's highs and lows is basically taking away who they are.
Yeah.
That's what I live for is highs and lows and finding the
Right.
balance, trying to find the balance between highs and lows without the hoe. Man, that's just horror. I've seen people though like this. I've seen guys that used to be the life of the party and they're like this
Yep.
while we're having a conversation and singing.
Yep.
They're just staring. You're like, oh gosh. And I've seen it. And
Hey,
it's
Brian.
antidepressants and
Yeah.
Ambien and all that stuff.
Right.
Like
No,
even,
I've watched the
even
same
the
thing.
letdown from Ambien, you can take Ambien and you can end up, walking naked on the freeway. And then the next morning you're just sluggish and have no personality. It's
I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I know.
Ambien. People do weird things on Ambien. If you ever see somebody walking naked on the freeway, there's a 90% chance it's Ambien or just they were off their drugs from a mental hospital. Ambien,
Yeah.
people on Ambien do things they have no clue they did.
Speaking of which, I wonder if Nurse Ratchet's come back on.
She on Ambien?
Nurse Ratchet.
Gave people stuff though. She was really into drugging people.
Yeah, but
He didn't want highs and lows
right. Yeah.
from
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, Brian. What old trend is coming back these days?
Oh, not talking politics and social occasions. I've noticed that with the Friday Night Live, none of us talk politics, and it's a good
Yeah.
deal. We're
You know,
getting
I
out of
find,
it.
I like coming back. It's called the Heshnell hat. What's the Heshnell hat? Which is basically the newspaper boy hat,
Yeah.
the Peaky Blinders hat that I wear all the time. Those things are coming back in fashion from way back when. It's kind of like just like your hat right there, but they just fold it over. and
Yeah.
those
That's
hats are
kind of
cool.
coming back. That's always had people have always liked that hat though. That's I like it.
Yeah, I like it. Just there's those are. One time, there was a time when I thought I was younger that people would start wearing the jeans rolled up, like really really thick cuts, and they roll them up big time. Like the 50s, they did that for quite a while, and it never stayed, thank goodness. But I did see. I was in a shop a couple months ago, and I saw the biggest damn brand new bell bottoms I've ever seen in my
Oh,
life.
cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not sure I like them, but I'm not gonna wear them.
Well, they come back every so often. They never hit as big as they did in the 70s, but they come back a little bit.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool, But
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not. I don't think.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear them, but I'd like to see people at a
I
party
think-
wearing them.
I think that people getting facial tattoos and stuff is a newer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think in any time in history. Well, no, that's not true. So that's not true.
Oh, people
look
have
at-
mutilated their faces, man. Remember those one guys they took in?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. So it was a thing. That was the Hawaiians did that for a long time. They're strange.
Somebody, jungle
Yeah.
type folks, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't
one
mind a
time they
face
definitely did it.
tattoo compared to that. Jeez. Well, and the big ear holes freak me out, but I
Yeah, that's speaking
fine
of which,
if you
right
want to
there.
do it. I kind of like them in other people, but not for me.
Yeah, well, I don't like it for anybody.
I don't mind
But
them if they're done well. I've seen them. Some of them are kind of cool.
I haven't ever seen them done well, but I mean, they're done okay. But
Yeah, but they're just
but
jarring for people because people are used to a certain thing.
you know, what is this fashion trend that you are really glad that went away? I think that's what I'm glad it didn't take
Oh, the
off too
leisure
much.
suit. That was just a mistake.
You don't like that?
That's terrible. It's cheapest material and a bad cut, and wear the collar outside the suit. Okay.
Yeah, I
Look,
like
too.
that.
Make
But
sure your shirt's shiny.
why would you not wear the collar on the outside? I like that.
Well, that guy that was in Breakfast Club, that principal or the detention
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that
Dickhead
guy,
or
he had
whatever.
the leisure suit look, still going.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Dick was his name. He called
It
him that.
always seemed like the person didn't have enough money to buy real clothes. That's what I always thought of the leisure suit. But we
Yeah,
saw him on Hollywood Squares. Nice leisure suits were not bad. I mean, they're expensive. You could tell the cut was good. But
I'm
the
not sure.
regular guy, $29.99 Sears leisure suit was not good.
Well, speaking of that, what is the most embarrassing piece of clothing that you own?
Well, I have the Austin Powers shiny red bathrobe with British underwear. That's pretty embarrassing. But
Yeah,
I've worn it in public and I've been paid to wear it at shows, so it's been a good thing.
yeah. Wow,
It'd be
that's cool.
embarrassing if I didn't plan, if I wasn't invited to wear it. If you just showed
Yeah,
up in that getup, you would freak people out.
I like it. I like that'd be great. Yeah. How do clothes change how the opposite sex views a person?
Many ways. I mean, for some, there's some people that are kind of shallow, women that are shallow, men too, but they look for those obvious cues right away and don't dig deeper. So they might get all excited because the guy's got nice stuff.
Yeah.
Or if a guy wears something that doesn't match, some women will turn
Oh,
against him.
totally. Yeah. If you're
Men
wearing
or
something that's not
women,
matching,
man. Oh man, man, if they see a woman in tight clothes, then he acts like a fucking idiot. So
yeah.
can't control himself. All his lines suck.
But
There's some guys
yeah.
instead of just
Well,
chilling and enjoying it, he has to go
well,
full on. I won't even say it.
well. That's if I don't retard or yeah, yeah.
No, no,
Um,
no.
so- No. But anyways, no, I have a tendency to, if I like a girl or whatever, I have a tendency to fumble my words quite a bit. If
Yeah.
I just like them a different way, if I like them in a sexual matter, then I don't have a problem being just a kind of prick or not prick, but it's just the guy, like, hey, how are you? Yeah, yeah. But if I actually like a person, I can start fumbling my words and can't speak sometimes.
Huh.
It's interesting. Um, so that's I don't know. But if you didn't care at all what your people thought of you, what clothes would you wear?
Hmm. Probably pretty much what I wear because I don't really care what people think. Now, if I have to do something to look good, then I will do it. But I don't want to try to impress anybody with my clothes unless it's like some cool, authentic. If I had a Sergeant Pepper jacket, oh, I'd wear that to a party. An actual one that the Beatles owned, yeah, or
Right.
I'd show it off. I wouldn't wear it, but I'd show people I had it. I might wear it to a party I hosted, but usually I just try to dress functionally.
Yeah. I like sport coats and stuff, so I'd probably wear one more often actually.
Yeah. Well,
But the problem is that
when I was in the disco scene, I totally wore the outfits. I got the best stuff. I made sure my outfits were better than everybody else's. Authentic stuff and stuff that seemed like Saturday Night Fever. I really played it to the hilt. Every detail, socks, everything.
okay. Hey, we're at that magical hour right now, by the way,
Yeah.
so we can go there.
Well,
But
what would you
what
wear?
I wear, I
Yeah.
would wear, I think I'd probably, if I could, I think I might actually pull the Albert Einstein and just wear the same outfit every day. not the same
Yeah.
outfit in particular, but just to simplify my life, go.
Yeah.
And I got black and white shirt, I got black and white pants, whatever, and blue
Yeah.
jeans, whatever, sport coat, and just look the exact same thing almost every day, because that way I don't have to think about it. My brain just goes.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
that's what he did. So, anyways, you all have a good
Ready
day,
to
and
pound
we'll
it
check it out.
out.
Yep, ready. Well, I think you won
1,
yesterday.
2, 3. Oh, tie. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Oh,
got
you
you.
got me.
It's
There
weird
you
how
go.
it trends back and forth. Now I've won 3 in a row or something.
There you go. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
right. Peace out, Girl Scout, and I will
more.
talk to you later. Yep. See ya.